Good morning, everyone. Steve Georgie here. It is Tuesday the 19th. We do have maybe a little bit of a, call it a turnaround Tuesday. Corn up about 3.5 cents overnight. Beans up about 3 cents with the wheat market up 4. So we look at planting progress, and planting progress was a little bit behind where the average trade guess was. 80% planted for corn. The trade was expecting 81. Still quite a bit ahead of the 5-year average, still very good pace, but all the rain that we have seen maybe slowed down things a little bit. Same thing with the soybeans, a little bit lower than what the expectation was yesterday. And so maybe that gives us a little boost, but once again, we're way ahead of where we're the 5-year average as far as planting. Things are going in the ground, but we do have a lot of rain, and we've got more rain on the way, especially these guys east of the Mississippi. So we'll see what happens here as we continue along. But we're starting to see corn take out some technical areas as well. The 20-day moving average staying above the 20-day moving average for a second consecutive day, and potentially seeing some bigger volume coming in here as well. And so it's not that things have to be so bullish or something has to change. It's just that it needs to be less bearish. And I think when we look at these, we look at the situation we have, everything looks so bearish, and it's really hard to make it look even more bearish at this point. But it's easy to turn something and say, hey, maybe it's not as bearish. And so we're seeing a little bit of a recovery. We're also seeing some kind of a, or this time frame for the year, we need to be careful that we tend to see a little bit of a bounce as well as we go through the next basically 3 to 4 weeks as we get into that middle to late part of June. And so can we start to see a little bit of that, call it a summer rally as well? But we've got to hold some of the strength today. We need to see some of the volume come back in, and maybe we can see some of these markets generate a little bit higher trade. You've got June crude oil going off the board. We know how squirrely that had gotten as the May contract went off the board. But June going off the board today, so expect to see some very choppy trade out of the energies, and we'll see what kind of effects it has on other markets today as well. But export sales, we've got to be looking for them. We are seeing and hearing some excitement maybe out of exports that maybe China is going to fulfill its phase 1 agreement, but right now we need to see more purchases if they are going to stay on pace. So keep an eye for that. Maybe this week we can start seeing some of that as well. But give us a call if you have any questions. We're always here to help you out. Hope you have a great morning, and we'll chat again with you tomorrow. Take care.
Allendale Market Talk Podcast, a fresh take in the podcast world, giving you insight from a trader's perspective, allowing you to have access from your planter, combine, or anything in between. Subscribe to Allendale Market Talk Podcast today.